Hi friends, welcome back. If you've ever been through a big decluttering session, you know how freeing it feels to let go of the things you don't need. But there's another approach to decluttering that's a little deeper. It's called Swedish death cleaning. In this video, I'm going to share the key differences between Swedish death cleaning and regular decluttering, what they have in common, and how both can help you create a home that feels calm and meaningful. Back in 2019, when I first started helping my mom declutter her house and go through all the things she no longer needed, we both read the book, The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning. We absolutely loved the process that the author described. It wasn't about rushing or getting rid of things just to have less, but about slowing down and thinking about what truly mattered. That's when we started to use this method at my parents' house, taking our time and talking through the memories behind the items as we went. It made the whole experience more meaningful, and it changed the way I think about decluttering altogether.
The Swedish death cleaning is so you don't burden your children and grandchildren with your stuff, and you find a place for it and you feel better about it. And I'll feel better when it's all done because my father passed away and now I've got a lot of his stuff that I'm going through. So right when I emptied my office out, it just filled right up again. So now I'm burdened thinking about his stuff, and I'm glad I have it because I want to go through it, but it's still a burden trying to think about it. And I don't want to leave Shannon with that burden because there's a lot to go through.
The concept of Swedish death cleaning was introduced by Margareta Magnusson in her book, The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning. She describes it as the process of slowly going through your belongings, deciding what you truly want to keep, what you can pass on, and what no longer needs to take up space in your life or in someone else's life.
Yeah. Here goes the boxes. Bye-bye boxes.
She'll be digging that out later.
Hope I don't fall in. Oh. One of our first, what do you call these? Sarongs from Maui. Do you want to keep any of these?
You don't wear it anymore?
No, I don't. Sarong. And I actually don't wear this anymore either. And these cover-ups are not good. This one probably never wore it. I went through it when we decluttered.
But the question is, did you wear any of those scarves since the last time we decluttered?
This one I don't think I've ever worn, but I don't know where I got it. Unless I'm going to Alaska or something, I probably don't need it. It takes up a lot of space. Is this now or is this 20 years ago?
It's definitely not now, but
There's a bug. Should I get rid of it?
that's up to you. If you wear it, if you like it.
I'll get rid of it and never wear it.
The goal isn't just to tidy up, it's to make life easier for yourself now and easier for your loved ones later on. It's about gratitude, reflection, and leaving behind only the things that truly tell your story. I started learning this when I helped my mom declutter her home. It wasn't just about cleaning out the closets, although we did that too. We talked about memories, about what mattered, and what she wanted to keep or pass on. The great thing is I got to hear all the stories that my mom had behind a lot of these items that she was keeping. And we also had a lot of laughs going through everything because, of course, as you're deciding what to keep and what to get rid of, sometimes it's just funny the things that you end up finding.
We started about 2 or 3 years ago with me cleaning out my closet and decluttering. So now I've got it down. I wouldn't say it's a capsule wardrobe because I have more than that, but I have my summer stuff here, fall and winter. And then I've got it down to just a few pairs of pants. I do have some shorts in my drawer. And shoes, I got rid of tons of shoes. So nothing's up here. These are bags. That's way more empty than it used to be. We got rid of a lot of purses. So everything's functional right here. Simple. Never thought I'd see the day.
So how does Swedish death cleaning really differ from regular decluttering? Let's look at a few big differences. Motivation. When most of us declutter, our goal is usually immediate. We want a tidy house, less mess, or more space. Swedish death cleaning, on the other hand, is about consideration. It asks, What will happen to all this stuff when I'm no longer here? It's not about fear. It's about reliving the memories of your stuff and not leaving a huge mess for your loved ones. Another big difference that really stood out to me is how Swedish death cleaning acknowledges that our lives change as we get older. The things we once loved to do or could easily manage might not fit our lifestyle anymore. In the book, the author gives several examples of this, and it really made me think about how natural it is to let certain seasons of life pass. For instance, there might have been hobbies or sports you once loved, maybe skiing, snowboarding, or even activities that just feel a little less safe or practical now. This process gives you permission to go through those items, the gear, the equipment, the clothing, and release them without guilt. It's not about giving up who you were, it's about making space for who you are now. And I think this can apply to everyone at every age, to just pay attention to what we are actually using and what we no longer want to do. One difference is the pace and timing. Decluttering often happens in bursts, like spring cleaning weekend or a 30-day challenge. Swedish death cleaning happens slowly over time. There's no rush. It's meant to be gentle and reflective, not overwhelming. This is a ladle that's heavy duty.
Yeah, it's when you have that big fireplace that you walk into and you got your pot stirring, and you pick up the ladle, you go, that's some mighty broth.
There's also an emotional focus. When we declutter normally, we ask questions like, do I use this or does this make me happy? In Swedish death cleaning, the question becomes, does this tell my story? Would someone else understand why I kept this? Similar to decluttering, but just a small shift in thinking. It's also a little different when it comes to decision making. Regular decluttering focuses on the present. Does this serve me now? Swedish death cleaning focuses on legacy. Will this serve anyone later? Another big difference that I realized after reading this book is that Swedish death cleaning focuses a lot on what you would be leaving behind for your loved ones to deal with after you're gone. And this isn't just something for older people to think about. Even younger people can benefit from this mindset. If there are things tucked away in your closet or drawers that you really wouldn't want others sorting through someday, it might be worth going through those now. It's also about getting your life and home more organized overall. Because if something were to happen, even temporarily, like needing help due to illness or recovery, everything would be already in order. Your home would be set up in a way that makes it easy for someone else to step in and help without struggling to find important items or paperwork. This is something that I now am trying to get in order as well, because it goes a little deeper than just decluttering. And then there's the outcome. After a decluttering session, your home feels tidy and refreshed. After Swedish death cleaning, your home feels peaceful and lighter in a different way. You know every item left behind has purpose and meaning. Is all the stuff that my mom is getting rid of. So tell me today how you feel about it, because I know it wasn't easy.
This was unexpected. I thought that I would move a couple things out, but we went through the whole pantries, big cooking storage area, and actually we got rid of a lot of things that I don't use, which is the whole point of this, especially at my age. And I haven't used these things for years. So I can't stay attached to things just because I've always had them. So,
are you going to be sad about this?
No, like I said, I'll probably just forget about it in a day or two. Okay, this is one of those things like, how many pillowcases do you need? Anyway, so what am I going to keep? I'm going to keep these gold ones because I use these. And every set of sheets has their own matching pillowcases. So I really don't need extra pillowcases. I don't know why I keep them. They all have sentimental value.
Even though they sound very different, Swedish death cleaning and decluttering still have a lot in common. Both are about mindfulness, taking time to think about what truly matters. Both teach us to let go of guilt for letting things go, guilt for gifts we never used, or guilt for holding on for too long. They both lead to freedom, more space, more time, and more energy for what you love. And maybe most importantly, they both help you to create a simplified home, one that supports you instead of draining you. When you declutter, you start seeing your home differently. You realize that the space around you affects how you feel every day. Swedish death cleaning takes that one step further, and it reminds us that our things tell a story and that we get to choose our story that we are currently writing. So how can we combine both approaches? Here's how I'm doing it. Start small. Start with a simple decluttering habit, one drawer, one shelf, one small area. That will give you a quick win and build momentum. The next is to add reflection. As you go, ask yourself some of these deeper deeper questions from Swedish death cleaning. Would anyone else find this meaningful? Is this something I want to pass on? And does this represent who I am now? Create a memory box for sentimental items. Choose 1 or 2 small boxes to hold things that truly matter: letters, photos, keepsakes. You don't need to keep everything, just the most meaningful pieces. I've done this. I've put all of my yearbooks, letters that I've received from people throughout the years, cards, and all of that into one bin so that way I know where it is. This is something I did after reading this book. I put all of the things that had some sentimental value to me. My kids might find them interesting in the future, and it's all organized, labeled, and I know exactly where to go to look at these things and share them with my children as they get older. Label and share your stories. If you have items with a story like family heirlooms, label them or write a short note. It's a small act that helps connect the generations. This is something that my grandma did when they got older. They put little notes into some of the items or taped them onto the items. And then when they were handed down to us, we had the history of that item, which gave it more meaning and made it a lot more interesting.
These little wooden shoes.
Those were yours one day? Or
I used to wear them as a child when I lived in Holland. I'm lying. Okay. This has a little note in it, and it says, Hilma, that's my husband's mother. Hilma's mother, so Carl's grandma.
Oh my gosh. Okay, keep going. We're trying to find the history here. Okay, so start again. Let's think.
Okay.
So dad's mother's mother. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Great grandma.
Great.
So that'd be my great
grandma.
Great.
Okay. Hilma's mother got these shoes at Oregon World's Fair before 1904. So
wow.
Now
it's old.
Now it's 2023.
Yeah.
So that's a long time. 120 years. So these are old, and she had put this little note in here. And I just keep it in there. So now I know. What do they mean? I don't know. Do they mean anything to you? What do we do with this?
They mean that they're old. I don't know.
I know. So what do you do with something like this? That's the problem. We have
you know that place that's a show on TV where you bring something in and they say it's worth $1 million?
Yes.
That's where you need to go with us. And one little bit on maintenance. Once your home feels calm, keep that energy by being intentional about what you bring in. Swedish death cleaning isn't a one-time project. It's a mindset of staying aware of what you own and why you own it.
The other thing that I stopped doing is buying tons of backup stuff. Creams, deodorants, soaps. I used to have every cupboard full of that. Now it's like, if I'm using a deodorant, when it's halfway down, I'll go buy a new one. And therefore my shelves are emptier, and it's just a lot better. You're not storing I'm not storing it. And a lot of times you buy stuff like, I've got to get a bunch of that, and then you don't like it anymore, and then you're stuck with all this stuff, and then you never get rid of it. Just in case you just might need it. So
in the end, both methods are about the same thing: living lighter. Regular decluttering helps us simplify our day-to-day life, and Swedish death cleaning reminds us to live intentionally, to think about what we'll leave behind, and to appreciate the present moment even more. They both teach us that our homes are not storage units for the past. They're spaces meant to support who we are right now. When we let go of what we no longer need, we make space for connection, creativity, and calm in our homes and lives. How do you feel about everything that you pulled out to get rid of?
I'm excited. I'm excited to get rid of it. It was just clutter. Some things have value, mental value, and I'm saving them, and the other things can just go because I don't need them anymore.
Yes. Why get rid of it? Why not just keep it and then let somebody else deal with it?
Because it's a burden on my mind, thinking, where's it going to go? I'm going to eventually have to deal with it. And I'm going to give it to someone else, that's going to have to deal with it. And that's not nice. And I go through my house now and I look in cabinets and drawers and I'm just amazed at how little I have, and I don't miss anything. I really don't. A lot of the stuff I don't even remember what I got rid of, but I definitely don't miss anything. There's not one thing that I regret getting rid of. And we've done a lot in 5 years.
Oh, a lot. And I have to say that there's a few reasons why I like doing this with you. So if you can do this with a family member, number one, I like the fact that you can tell me some of the information about things. I you're giving me the option to take some of this stuff if I want. And also we are hanging out together and like laughing and having fun. And you're telling me stories of where we got things, because even though I was maybe there as a child, I don't remember. Because as a kid, you don't remember everything.
And then when I said that one thing, you go, oh, I remember that.
I did. I remembered when you said that.
That's
I couldn't remember the country we were in, but I remember the store because you said, oh, it was all trolls. And I remember that store. I remember we walked in and it was solid. The whole store was trolls or Santa Claus looking little characters. And I do remember that. So it's kind of fun to jog your memory.
Good.
So that's what I like about it. And I think that's
a good process. And it's good we're doing it together. You're not by yourself.
Oh, goodness. That would be too hard. If this video inspired you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you heard of Swedish death cleaning and have you tried it? What is your favorite method for decluttering your life? If you're on a decluttering journey or simplifying your home, make sure you join my email list. I have all the information in the description box below, where I send out one weekly inspirational email all about decluttering or notify you of my videos. I also have a decluttering ebook if you are interested in more information on that. Everything will be in the description box down below. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join my channel, and you can click right here to continue watching videos. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.